What's going on, guys? Welcome to another Airsoft Armada video. Today I wanted to focus on Airsoft and using Airsoft for firearms training. And I just wanted to touch on some key points, as well as cost, how Airsoft can aid you in training for using your firearm. So right off the bat we can see the cost. This comparison is obviously using a Glock, the Glock 17 specifically. Glocks are very, very popular these days. And as an Airsoft counterpart on the left here we have the KWA ATP. ATP stands for Adaptive Training Pistol. It just came out a few months ago. KWA is a very reputable company. This pistol is very similar to the Glock. It breaks down just like the Glock. It has a metal slide, polymer frame, it's a single action trigger, and it fits in the Glock holster. I've personally tried it in the Blackhawk server holster, and it works with the retention system and everything, so there's no worries there. So as we can see right away, the cost for a Glock it's around $500 new, and for the ATP it's $128. Now that's a good little amount of savings there. And if we go on to the ammunition, 9mm bullets I priced out at 2,700 rounds would be $378. So that's roughly 14 cents a bullet. For 2,700 rounds of BBs, high quality 6mm BBs, the Elite Force that we have on the Airsoft Armada site is $14 for 2,700 rounds. That's a half a cent per BB. So there's some more savings for you. Now the total for the Airsoft, we're going to have to factor in the propane because we need propellant. So 3 of the short little stubby tanks, the ones that you can buy at Home Depot. These short stubby ones. Top here you can see the adapter, just threads right on. So we'll factor in 3 of those just to make sure you can get those rounds going. So in total it's going to be $232 as compared to $878 for the Firearm. And for the Firearm, we're going to have to factor in a few things, especially in the state of Massachusetts. The certification is $100. Then to apply for the firearms license is another $100. And there's an additional cost for a membership. The decent ones, the decent clubs I've priced out at $200, and some of them are actually more. So the total is going to be $1,278 for the Firearm, as compared to $232 for the Airsoft. So you can see the tremendous amount of savings there. It's around $1,046. It's over $1,000. And the other key points I wanted to touch on: you're not going to be able to practice in your home with a firearm unless you have a, unless you've put up a range, which most people aren't going to do. Let's face it. And you're not going to be able to practice force on force with a firearm, with live rounds. And not too many people have access to simunitions. Plus the fact that the simunitions are very expensive as well. I think they're almost even more expensive, or around the same price as a firearm, as firearm ammo. So for the Airsoft, it's so much more cost effective. For holstering manipulation, practicing any retention system that your holster has, any clothing that you have to get out of the way, and for concealment, manipulation of the safeties if you choose a different type of model, like say a 1911 if you're carrying cocked and locked, target acquisition, trigger pull, which is very important for accuracy, and reholstering, of course. And also, if you're practicing, if you purchased a gun for home defense, you can set up targets around your house, and you're going to be able to practice, just set up some targets and just run through the scenarios. You hear somebody in your room, put the gun where you'd store your firearm, and you can just practice it all with the Airsoft gun. You don't have to worry about if you drop your firearm. You're not gonna, you drop your Airsoft gun, you're not gonna have to worry about ruining the firearm. And it's still cheaper than a 22. I've seen even some conversions, some 22 conversions are over $200, and that's just for a conversion. You know what I mean? This you get to buy a whole nother gun. What's not to like about that? So those are the key points I wanted to touch on. Cost, the savings from the pistol, ammo, and all the certification and licensing. It's over $1,000 in savings for a gun comparable to a Glock. Plus the fact all the practice techniques, holstering, safety manipulation, target acquisition, trigger pull, and reholstering. You can even train the younger generation. If you have any kids, you want them to get used to firearms, give them an airsoft gun, man. And that's about it. As always, if you guys have any comments, good or bad, please feel free to leave them. And as always, subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys.